I have been a patient of Princeton Spine Joint Center for over 10 years, or maybe close to 10 years. And my internist referred me to the practice, and I saw Dr. Grant Cooper. I had basically issues with my lower back, and certainly wanted to get it treated as quickly as possible without the need for any surgery. Fortunately, my symptoms were not of the nature that required such a dramatic approach, and Dr. Cooper was able to provide the treatment that was appropriate at the time. And since then, I have been coming to this practice for a number of different reasons, fortunately none of which has resulted in any major medical problem for me, which I'm thankful for. I've seen a number of physicians here after having some of the lower back issues, developed some problems in my knee, back issues recurred again, and I saw Dr. Meyler. And more recently developed some issues with my shoulder. I am an avid swimmer and was concerned that I was doing damage or something because I was getting severe pain using certain motions of my arm. And in addition to that, trying to carry around a 2-month-old grandchild with my arm was also probably creating some difficulty for me. So I made an appointment with Dr. Perlman, who was relatively new to the practice, and came in to see him. I was impressed with the thoroughness of his approach in attempting to evaluate where my pain was coming from. We initially started out, he thought, with an X-ray that might be appropriate, but then needed a more graphic description of the pain, so went with an MRI, and it did reveal more damage than we had originally thought. He spent a great deal of time, just physically moving my arm around to see what I could do, what I could not do, and brought me over to the computer imaging so he could show me exactly where the problem was. The treatment he provided worked, and I received a number of injections. The first he said, or the second one he gave me, he said it would take 7 to 10 days to go into effect. And on the 7th day, I called and said, it's not working. Came back in and received a second shot, but as it turned out, on that 10th magical day, the pain was gone. And I was going away on a vacation for 3 weeks, so I was most gratified that it had worked. So I have been extremely happy with the treatment I've received here. The physicians I've met with have been very approachable. They give you the time that you need to get your problem resolved. As I said, I was referred here 10 years ago or more by my internist, and to address the pain that I was experiencing in my lower back. I have always referred to Princeton Spine Joint Center as my quote-unquote pain management group, that this is the practice that I would call if I was experiencing pain at any part of my body that required some treatment. And so when I had lower back issues, when I had joint issues with my knee, and then later shoulder problems, the first thing I thought I was going to the quote-unquote pain management group. I did not think that I needed to see a surgical or consider a surgical option until I saw Princeton Spine Joint Center, and that's exactly what I experienced. In addition to that, the treatment, in addition to the injections that I received, doctors gave me an exercise regimen to follow, and that also has been helpful to me in maintaining my ability to walk, run, swim, and just do any kind of activity that I think I can. So the Princeton Spine Joint Center has been a great option for me, and I would certainly think that anyone who's experiencing a pain in spine or joints would do well by seeking care here.